San Francisco school leaders are backing off a controversial plan to change how some high school teachers grade. It drew criticism from elected leaders in San Francisco and beyond, with Congressman Ro Khanna calling it a betrayal of the American dream. Tonight, ABC 7 News reporter Lauren Martinez took those criticisms to experts to understand the approach that several school districts are already following.
What if homework, tests, attendance, and other factors didn't heavily count towards a student's academic grade? Joe Feldman, a former educator, said he saw a need to improve traditional grading practices.
Because teachers don't get trained how to grade, ironically, teachers are grading in lots of different ways.
6 years ago, he wrote the book Grading for Equity. He said his research shows that grades should be less about accumulating points for a student and more about what the student has learned.
If my parent signs my syllabus, if my parent comes to back to school night, if I raise my hand, everything that I do in a class is incorporated into the grade. And what happens is that starts to warp the accuracy of the grade. And in equitable grading, the grade doesn't reflect anything except what the student has learned of what was taught in the course.
One of the key components of equitable grading is using a 0 to 4 scale instead of 0 to 100.
If a student doesn't turn in a homework assignment and they get a 0, it's really hard to bring that 0 up to a passing grade.
Retired college professor and education consultant Marty Kravitz addressed the pros and cons of grading equity.
Students get much more motivated to learn because it's easier for them to understand how they demonstrate their learning. The disadvantage, I think, is that a lot of teachers really resent the idea that if a student doesn't get any work, that a 0 should count as a 0.
10 years ago, the San Leandro School District changed its grading scale to reflect equitable grading practices. In 2020, the Castro Valley Unified School District started the transition. The San Francisco Unified School District appeared to be considering it, but on Wednesday, the superintendent said she has decided not to pursue this strategy. In the South Bay, Lauren Martinez, ABC 7 News.